morning. Love doing these ponds. Very unorthodox, very different. No form of drums, nexus, anything filtration wise, just a massive I don't know, natural pond, but what it has got, and it's something I was telling somebody this morning. I said I'm going doing this pond this morning, and it's something that interests me more because of the filtration side, because what they're using on this pond is what we call a wetland, and it's like a skimmer. So it's sort of like the water comes in at a lower level, and then the boxes are in a bit of a lower level, then it skims over onto a grid, then through gravel, and then it pumps back out. Right, simple as that. There's no UVs, there's no nothing. Right, so what we're hoping on this pond, this is a pond from Ponds Northwest did all this, and you know, with the odd bits of pipe work we supplied, but like I said, it's the first time I've seen it, and it's phenomenal. So the guy's been buying fish, and he's not, you know, we've been telling him to do it slowly, like we would do with any pond. But I think he's bought about 50 fish off us, 50 toes high, and they're all doing really well. And he keeps wanting more, and we keep saying, no, slow down, stop it. Then I'm looking at this pond thinking, my God, I don't know how many fish you'd have to put in here before you could have a thing. But a pond like this, let's turn it round and I'll speak as we should. But look at this. This is just phenomenal. So what this pond is going to be eventually is its own ecosystem. So, you know, you see the fish there. So yeah, so this pond's going to be its own ecosystem. I mean, crikey, they've grown actually since, I mean, you know, it's just not, you're not even going to see it, but it's a fully gravel pond. So I first saw ponds like this when I was in the States, and then they had these wetland bog filters on, and they did, look at the water. The water's great. Water's lovely and clear, and it's working an absolute treat. Now I don't think I'm going to be able to, I'm not going to walk all the way around here, guys, but this is what, you know, this is the only way to do these kind of filters to ponds. And people, it's not a cheap way of doing things, I will be clear about that. The wetland filters, that it's a big, you know, the actual size of the filters is massive, so you've got to dig down 2 massive holes. And then, like I said, we'll see if we can get round that side. So the wetlands themselves, I don't want to go over there because I'm going to get absolutely, there's water just been put down, and I don't want to ruin the plants, unfortunately. But you can see some of the pipe work there, but look at it, it's just fabulous. What I'm going to do is I'm going to send the drone up in a minute anyway. Now, the wetland filters on these are 8 meters by 2 meters by 2 meters, right? So there's 2 of them as well, right? So you're talking a huge amount of space to be able to put these filtration in there. And then on these, they've got aqua blocks, the bio balls, which is, you know, which will form some sort of bacteria as well. And then they've got massive cobbles that go over the top of them. So, and then they've got 2 intake bays with 2 pump chambers on each one of them. And one of them's behind there. One of the intake bays is behind the waterfall, and to do this, the whole system was 160 tons of block of rock, and then 50-ton cobbles and gravel. So this is a huge project as well. It's not something that you just take, you know, that we can just do. You know, it's even got steps going into it there, which look really cool. But like I said, this isn't my forte whatsoever. I have heard about these wetland filters and this system that they put on these. And you know, look at I first saw it down at Aquascape in Chicago when I was there, and I was just amazed by how clear the water. And I think that thing that down at Aquascape's like 1 million litres. So it, you know, this is the way that they do these huge things. I mean, you think about it, how are you going to filter a pond this size properly, like what we do? You know, we either a nexus or drum. It's just impossible. It's going to be impossible. So, and also, how are you going to treat it and stuff like that? So, but it is, I mean, it just looks amazing. And on a day like this as well, where it's absolutely gorgeous, let's just see if we can get round this side as well, but I don't want to get, because it's just been planted, and but I think you'll have more joy when I get the drone up, and this will be the first time I've put a drone out. I don't really do it, do I? So, but I just thought with this one it'd be, but like I said, here's one of them. Now, maintenance wise on these systems, it's going to be about whether, and I know Dave comes back and does the maintenance on this, he says it takes about 2 hours a month that they put in here, and what it is that where the pumps are, then they just clean the pump chambers out mainly. Now maybe every few years you're going to need a few more hours on this to, you know, and clean out these things, so they're not maintenance free by any means. So I mean, they've got the little blade running there, I didn't see that before, and then you've got some air going into the system as well. But these fish look great. I mean, I think he started putting them in about 4 weeks ago. The pond has been running itself for 4 months. So I know I'm not coming across as if I know what I'm talking about on this one, because I don't. It's not something, but I just wanted to, when the guy came in and he's just obsessed with the fish. Now, they have had a visit from the heron, and I don't know what the answer is for predators on this pond. They have been looking at certain things, but I just don't think it's going to work, whichever way you look at it. You know, you can't net a pond like this. But I think that they've not lost any fish yet due to the heron. So I mean, you know, even in a pond this size, they're even naming the fish and everything, so they're enjoying it. So it is looking really good. Let me try and get back round this way. I think what I'll do in the future, when I come back to this, I'm going to get Dave here, and he can come and explain certain things that they've done with the pond, because the thing is, we're getting asked a lot now to do ponds like this. So people who are moving, you know, into these big houses and stuff like that, they're looking into to do this sort of thing, and it is pretty phenomenal to see. I'm seeing it the first time as what you guys are, and it's just looks great. I mean, just look. I know a lot of the people in America will love this kind of pond as well, you know, when they always say that, oh yeah, you're just building tanks, you know, and it is different, it's a lot different. But what I'll do is we'll whack the drone up. Let me see if I can fly it anyway. I've got no idea, I've never done it. I practiced a little bit at the shop today. So, right, let's have a go. I think it worked. I'm not 100% sure, but there's only going to be two ways. If you see a drone shots on this one, then you know it's worked. If you haven't, then you haven't. so this could be the video with or without drone. So that's that. So let's, oh crikey, no, don't know how to work it. Yeah, anybody on any tips or what you should do with a drone when you're doing these videos, please feel free to put in the comments. But my God, what a pond, guys. I love it. I love it. I know people, probably a controversial thing, but people always say, you know, when people ask me why I don't have my own personal pond, right? For one, I've only ever done this as a job, right? So it was never a hobby like most people coming into it doing a hobby. But this is the kind of pond that I would want. More natural looking and a huge one. It'd have to be massive. So, but to get this, I mean, even Dave doesn't know how many gallons are in there, but there's 100,000 gallons without even looking at it. So, and the way it's been done, it's just fabulous. I mean, what can be better? But like I said, more of this video is I wanted to come up and do it. I wanted to have a look at the pond because the guy spent quite a lot of money with us, and I just wanted to make sure, you know, to look at the pond, and I knew Dave had done it. So I just wanted to have a look at it, and I'm so glad I did. And you know, it's 5 minutes from the shop. You just don't expect it, do you? But like I said, if people it's the video really for people that may be thinking that you can't have a clear pond at this sort of size, but you can. But it's not a cheap way of doing things. I dread to think how much this pond, and I'm not even going to ask, so it's not my business. So but the customer's happy with it, he loves it. They're having all the gardening done now as we speak, so this is just going to be pure enjoyment for people that work hard. So fabulous. I hope you enjoyed it, because I did. Love this kind of pond, love it. So hopefully I get back to come back up, and next time I come up I'm going to try and grab Dave and we'll try and get a lot more specs. And like I said, I just don't want to walk around there. I mean, I know I'm an agile as a gazelle these days, but still I'm not going to get sunken in there and then fall over some expensive plants or something. So but anyway, there it is, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I will speak to you on the next one.